Hello, one. Hello, all. Today is a very, very, very fun day because we have some team wars in our new divisions, a new version with a new zone, and a new ban list to shake up the meta. Why don't we? Be a pretty good time. Should be a pretty good time. Those of you who are new here, welcome aboard. My name is EDH Gaming, a competitive Duel Links player and longtime caster. It's an interesting time. Squirtle Squad and Stellar Trace came in the division as the Seed 4 and Seed 5 respectively. Squirtle Squad the 4 of their division and Stellar Trace the 5. But Stellar Trace is actually the better team record-wise right now. They're both 4-3, but Stellar Trace has the better defense by far. And I think that's very interesting. So that just shows how competitive of a match we are about to have here. Specifically because right now, both of these teams are actually considered playoff teams. If you look at the current standings of the league, those two teams would be the Seed 11 and the Seed 12 of playoffs if the season ended after week 7. But we still have 3 more weeks. Both of these teams, this is pretty much a must-win game for them. Both of these teams have Infinity and Frozen Bun after that. Infinity being one of the worst teams, having 1 win on the season, I believe now. And Frozen Bun being arguably the best team. Hence their Seed 1 of their division, but also having 2 players within the top, I think the top 10 overall ratings of the season. By the way, it should be interesting though, because we have a new ban list. And that's going to change a lot of the meta. Obviously, I think we're going to see still a lot of BRD, only having 1 hit there. We're going to see less hero. We're probably going to see some Mech Lord. And who knows, maybe we'll get some other deck action. I feel like we're going to see more of the heat from Stellar Trace. A lot of the Asian clans tend to come in with more spice on the chat. But at the same time, we could see Squirtle Squad coming in. However, following both of these, Squirtle Squad tends to bring a lot of BRD and hero and nothing else. And usually they like to double up on BRD because it's the best deck. And I'm sure they're going to now because it's kind of what will win them games. I mean, BRD is a pretty good deck right now, and we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, we have a couple minutes till both teams send their players and their lineups in for this week. But let's go ahead and talk about these lineups real quick, shall we? Starting off with Squirtle Squad, one that pretty much same old song and dance at this point. Senpai, today actually coming in as the starter. Obata and Aaron, both of them were mid-season pickups for them who have been performing really, really well. Trap Dexter, Coach Dex. In faith in Dex, we trust. We love Coach Dexter. And I'm sure we're going to get even more of him today. And of course, Flash Farden, who was their lead a lot. He took the past couple of weeks off, I believe, from playing in these. But he's a pretty good player overall. Personally knowing the guy, he has a hatred of BRD, so we'll see if he's playing that today or not. And on the other side, we got Magnus, Dodoro, Duo, Ubai, and AQ. I mean, these are a lot of players that we've seen a lot too for Stellar Trace, excuse me. And kind of looking at Stellar Trace's past here, I'm trying to find some reference what they've played last time. Last week, you see a lot of Bubai, Dodoro, Magnus in a lot of their lineups. AQ coming in too. I mean, these are all players that have experience in their position. And, I mean, it'll be an interesting war for sure. I'm looking forward to it. Let me go ahead and get a prediction up and running for y'all, chat. Those of you who are here. Winner. Just so I could get y'all a little more involved too. This is a very important war. Both these teams definitely need this win today. I'll give y'all 10 minutes to decide. And yeah, I think our players are hopping on the table now. So, Magnus for Stellar Trace and Senpai. for Squirtle Squad. We should be seeing that game begin right about now, actually. So if you're new here, welcome to Team Wars. Basically, the objective is to get 10 wins and eliminate your opponent's 10 decks before the other team can do that to you. And, yeah, let's get this started. I mean, Senpai and Magnus at the beginning here. Best of luck to both teams, of course. I'm personally very, very excited to see how this goes. Alright. Should be beginning in just a moment here. And, chat, let me know, what kind of decks do you think we'll be seeing? I think we'll be seeing a lot of Mech Lord and, Red Rose. Or BRD, excuse me. Even because we haven't gotten a skill nerf yet. So, Spell of Roses is still far and away the best skill in the game. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Alright, go. If they've begun, they have started. Let's spectate the game, chat. Kind of see who we're going to lead off here with. We got a Yuya lead and BRD. Magnus on BRD. A Yuya coming out early from Senpai. Playing Odd Eyes. This is not a deck I honestly could have came in and expected. I don't know about y'all, but this is a bit of a surprise for sure. And we're going to see Senpai go first here. So, yeah, let's get things going. Baby Gallium, thank you for the follower, my friend. Leads off with Skull Crat Joker to add the Odd Eyes Pendulum to hand. Probably going to activate skill to get the Pendulum Zone set up. As he does. And goes ahead and pens out 2 level 7s. One from hand, one from extra deck, I'm assuming. Maybe both from hand? Oh. Okay, he fills up all of his zones early. Second Donkey effect to get another Joker in hand for next turn. Let's see here. He's gonna Xyz into the Roach. Okay, Roach coming out here from Senpai, as well as a Wolfengangus. This is one of the best 7s in the game. Once turn, detach 2 materials from the card and target a monster face-up card to destroy it. And if you destroyed a monster, you could boost equal to that original attack level times 300. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, and it is a quick effect if you have a Dragon. That's pretty good. But we're going to see the Spell of Rose is setting Blue Rose for the Rocks Rose. And now normal summoning a Rocks Rose. Magnus must not have the best hand here. You don't really want to see that early on. Either way, though, we'll see what he wants to do. MST from Magnus, hitting the Pendulum Zone, preventing Senpai from the Pendulum summoning again. Interesting he decided to do that there. We are going to see another MST. There's really just not going to be any more Pendulum summoning. If Magnus could find a way to break through, he's going to set 3 back row and force out Senpai to play with just what's in his hand. I don't think he has any access to the pen zones anymore, so we'll see how this goes. But Magnus in a very, very interesting. We'll see if Senpai wants to go ahead and pop the Rocks Rose here. Maybe he wants to keep it around a little longer or try to go for game. I'm not exactly sure myself. Senpai gonna draw his card. Interesting position for sure. Maybe there's Compulse set. Maybe there's Book of Moon set for Magnus. But I'm sure if Magnus wanted to do that, he could just straight up Book of Moon the Wolf earlier and try to make it 7. So I'm not exactly sure what we're looking for here. But we're going to see a Pendulum Dragon added to hand from the Full Combat Joker's normal summon effect. And I'm sure Senpai is probably going to attempt to battle here. I don't think there's much more he could really be doing unless he's try to pop a back row or something as like MST. We'll see. But I'm not counting on it. We are just going straight to the battle phase. Let's see how he wants to swing. He's going to choose to attack with the Roach first. And Magnus going to let that damage go through. Acrobat Joker going to come out here. And let's see if Magnus wants to let that one go through. And Magnus does. Magnus now in lethal range. He has back row clear as day. But he's got to be prepared for something like a Lance to come out on the Wolf. And there's a Compulse. Compulse going to try to bring back the Wolf. Is there a Lance? It wouldn't force lethal, but it would bring Magnus very, very low. And he doesn't have it. Basil Rose and FaZe get the Rocks Rose. This is where things get interesting. Rocks Rose comes out. Rocks Rose going to get a search for free. Adding a blue rose. And now back to Magnus here. A very good turn for Magnus. And a Book of Moon on the Roach. This might be it. We're going to see an attempt for lethal here. And here's the White Rose. White Rose effect going to bring out the Blue Rose. They're going to go for the Trishula Zero. And Trishula Zero is going to banish the two monsters. With the Chain of the White Rose, does he have the Kira Lethal in hand? Is the last card in hand exactly the Plant Tuner? Because if that's the case, it is not. It is a back row. But that's still a very good play for Magnus either way. He's going to go ahead and swing into Senpai for 2,700 to the face. And Senpai really needs a way out here. He's got to have a good combo. He doesn't have access to his pen skills. Doesn't have access to a lot of his former resources. He's lost quite a bit. He's quite behind. Necro Valley coming out as a main deck tech here for Senpai. That is huge knowledge. If you're not winning this duel, I don't know why you would reveal it, but maybe you could still win. I don't know exactly what's in your hand. But Necro Valley coming out early for Odd Eyes. And we have pen skills coming out. We have a 1, and I'm assuming there's a Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon in hand. That could be the 8, I'm assuming. Oh, it's a 4. He could only go for a 3. Do you have a 3 in the extra deck? Or is that just it? Is Senpai throwing the game? He's throwing the game, chat. This is not what you want to see here. He has no way to really win the duel anymore. However, he is playing to his out of hoping that Magnus has 0 steam left and trying to really, like, see if he could get to a name, I guess, to get him to pen summon. But Trishula Zero going to swing into the set monster. It's going to be a double dragon magician. MST, a back row. That's not going to do it. I think that is the end of this duel. Hitting a Book of Moon. Oh, he has a pen summon. Obata, thank you for the follow, my friend. Brings out the Noble Dragon. The level 3. Trying to survive here. What are you trying to go for, though, if you're... MSTing a monster, or sorry, the pen scale. And I think that's gonna do it here. I don't think Senpai can win this duel, even if he wanted. And yep, there's a Compulse anyway. That should do it. And Magnus winning the first duel. Quite an interesting start. We saw the Odd Eyes as the lead. And we saw Echo Valley main deck. I find that to be a very interesting tech, and I really appreciate how we've already gotten some early diversity here. From Squirtle Squad, something I didn't honestly expect. So, who knows? Maybe we'll see something else come up that we wouldn't have seen before. But, yeah. Looks like we're going in right away for the second game here. Senpai versus Magnus. And it's going to be the BRD mirror. Something we've all been dreading. Something that none of us wants to see. But it's bound to happen. Another. And it looks like Magnus going first in the mirror. Set to pass. His hand must be terrible. Normal summon Carrot setting back row. Oh no, both players bricked. It is a back row fest. This is going to be a very, very, very long duel. Unless Magnus just doesn't have the out to Carrot. But even if he does. Let's see. Can Magnus get anything going? Unfortunately not. Okay. Senpai back at it again here for Squirtle Squad. Interesting game so far. By that I mean very, very slow. Both players clearly don't have the hands they want to have in this situation. Magnus not getting a hands on a monster at all. Speaking of monster, there's a Ruddy Rose Witch in the hand. Attempted lethal. Compulse, not allowing that to go through. And 800 of the face for Magnus. Or from Senpai to Magnus. That'll go through, so 1300 left. It's Ruddy Rose Witch beatdown. When I said BRD mirror, I was in no way expecting this to be what happens. We know Magnus's hand is more back row and even more back row. It's just that type of game today, chat. He's going to go ahead and normal summon another Carrot coming back onto the field. This time, one more time. Is it lethal this time? Compulse once again bouncing Carrot back to the hand. Another 800 of the face. Magnus letting it through. He is now with lethal. Ruddy Rose Witch beatdown. Going to really make a mark here. Not exactly what I expect to be seeing here today in this matchup at all. And there it is, a Carrot from Magnus this time. Let's see, is Senpai gonna let that go through? He's gonna choose to book it. I think that is an interesting play because now you better hope that Magnus doesn't have a compulse or a book, because then you can't force lethal, although it's still gonna be a very slow burn no matter how play it out. And I think both these players are more than okay with that at this point. Or at least Senpai is, because Senpai's so far ahead in life points that this beatdown game doesn't really phase him in the slightest. But we'll go ahead and see. I'm assuming we're going to see another normal summon of the Carrot Weight champion. Probably set another back row. And kind of run it from there. But you never really know. Senpai choosing to take his time and think about it. He decides to spell a roses. He must have a rocks rose and or a white rose in hand. Maybe he's just gonna try to summon a bunch of names if he can get his hands on them. We'll see what happens here. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting game nonetheless. He sends blue rose, but doesn't reveal what he's gonna bring out. Is he just gonna add the white rose and just summon two? Or is he gonna game plan? I'm curious why he's triggering that without an actual like idea. He opts for the white rose. Okay, that makes more sense. Let's see, is he just gonna normal the Carrot, or is he gonna try to force more back row? Make sure they're both real. I mean, either play would be fine. He chooses to special summon the White Rose. Interesting. Wonder what made him choose to go that way. He chooses to normal summon the Carrot. And he's gonna book Carrot. That doesn't really do much of anything at this point. Unless Magnus has one more back row. If he has one more back row, he survives one more turn. No matter what, he's losing his Carrot. He really needs... Honestly, a Hatred Nade is something that could save him, but... You know, imagine needing a ban card to save you. Book of Moon being the other back row, so Magnus survives one last turn. And that'll do it for Senpai, but Senpai's got such a full back row. Magnus really needs 3 MST plus full combo right now to really have a chance to survive. He's gonna go for it, and I respect that. But I doubt we see anything happen. Rocks Rose Dragon coming out. Interesting, but we'll see. Does Senpai have any back row to combat this? Like, maybe Bottomless would be nice here. Just to fully remove the threat of this card at this time. Gonna add the Ready Rose Witch. Okay. Interesting. So Senpai's letting things go through so far. Activating the Basil Rose. Okay, he's gonna bring back the Blue Rose. He's got a level 7 available. Is Senpai gonna let all this happen? Or gonna book here? But he's got Compulse. Any of those would be nice. He's gonna opt to book once again. We haven't seen any note of any traps yet. We've only seen book come out from Senpai. Magnus revealing the Compulse already. Out comes the Carrot Weight champ. And you really gotta wonder though, what's your game plan? If I'm Senpai, I'm a little nervous because I'm missing some cards here. One back row for Magnus. It could be a Basil. It could be Book, Compulse, MST. Although we probably would have seen that by now. Assuming Magnus really want to click as much back row as possible. Bella Rose is dumping the White Rose. Grab a Rocks Rose. And, see you, but it's gonna normal some of the Rocks Rose here. Adding a Basil. Gonna flip up that White Rose. So, let's see. And he makes the Yazi. He can no longer be Book-a-Mooned. He has lethal on board. Unless that back row's like Beetle Ceiling. Brings back the Carrot. Setting a back row and attempting lethal here. Magnus have what he needs. He doesn't. Squirtle Squad getting their first win of the match. And Senpai tying up the match 1-1. That's pretty good sigh of relief if you're Squirtle Squad. You don't want to go 0-2 early. That brings so much advantage to Stellar Trace. But now that Magnus did catch his first loss here, we're really going to see a little bit more of a balance. And I assume this match is going to take forever because I'm pretty sure I'm going to assume this is going to go 10-9 here. No. But let me know what you're thinking, chat. I want to hear from you guys real fast. What do you think of the decks that we're seeing? What do you think of the gameplay? Any thoughts so far? Because I'm really enjoying watching. And we're seeing Mech Lords as Magnus's other list of choice. Something we all were pretty much predicting considering the ban list killed Hero and nerfed BRD to an extent. While Mech Lord got a bit of a love tap, I'd say, with their limit 3. But
how much more can you take before you fall to your knees?
Mech Lord Refinement coming out early, dropping a Weisel for the Assembly. With the Assembly coming out, probably going to add the Obligato. or the Triskelion, one or the other. He adds the Obligado. Obligado going to be coming out and will go ahead, pop itself, summon 2 from deck. The green and the yellow. Obligado going to activate effect to burn. It's not going to do anything though, because very rarely will you see monsters on the field. Maybe if he has the other Weasel in hand, he could summon that over in the Gear Gigant. But Magnus going to go ahead and get the Gear Gigant X, the ability, or the effect, sorry, to search for a level 4 or lower machine. Either the Obligado or the Weasel. Opts to go for Weasel. So maybe we'll see the Weasel come out here. Opts not to. 1 back row for Magnus. Not perfect if you're a Mech Lord, but not a bad board either, because it's hard to kill through that, even if you're a BRD player. But we'll just have to see. No MST coming out here for Senpai. And he has to use Rocks Rose. He doesn't even get the White Rose. A little bit annoying for sure, I'll admit. But, knows. Maybe we'll see a Lance in hand. Activating the Basil Rose shoot. Gonna bring out the Blue Rose, most likely from hand. Or not hand, from graveyard. There's the Book of Moon coming out. And no Lance. So we're just gonna see set 2 pass. Whatever those 2 may be. Activating the Gear Gigant X one more time to add another level 4. Another Obligado, just so he could keep kind of cycling through his deck. And just so like you're going to see a lot of throughout the matches. A lot of players trying to dig through. The Mech Lord players getting, even if they don't need them at the moment, they're going to try to dig so they can get their hands on their Triskelion. So, we'll see here. Obligado effect going to activate. Popping, summoning 2 from deck. Do we see any back row coming out here for Senpai? Or Floodgate? Assuming. Or Book. Or maybe he's holding for the sake of Triskelion. Who knows? I couldn't tell you yet. He's going to go ahead and exceed into Dreadnought Dreadnoid. This is the card that keeps Mech Lord alive, because you could destroy a monster by battle and then make Magnus the rank 10 Exceeds monster. That'll shuffle back, and it's just a very big card. He has Trisk in hand. He is going to attempt to go for lethal this turn, assuming Senpai has no real back row. There is a bottomless trap hole. Well played from Senpai. Getting rid of that Triskelion is massive. Does he have access? He could make another Trisk! Wow, he has his hands on a second one right here. And he's going to go ahead and make that monster come out. Well played by Magnus. And let's see, does Senpai have a way to survive this turn? He's choosing to not go for lethal. But he will steal a monster from the extra deck, assuming Senpai lets that go through. As he does, he steals the Trishula 0. That should be lethal on board, as Senpai doesn't have anything, though, because the Trisk could swing into all monsters. Is this it? Senpai, do you have any back row to survive? But it's Compulse! He's still in this game. Better be thankful if you're a Senpai that you have some plays left. There is still a back row you have to make it through. So you gotta hope you have Lance in hand or MST. But we don't exactly know yet. We finally do see the Compulse from Senpai and a bottomless. A while after, when we didn't see any traps that first duel. Alright, White Rose. They try to summon out the rocks. I wonder, does he have a second Basil in hand? If we know he has the one, he could try to go for lethal, but there's a treacherous trap hole. That should Do it. That should be the end of the game. And I think Magnus just won the duel there. TTH, a card that's been needed to be banned for a very, very long time, coming back at relevance. That does change a little bit of how Magnus is playing his list. It isn't exactly a 30-card list. That should be game. Basil Rose to survive, kind of not really. Brings out the rocks. Okay. Opting to die by the Gigant instead of the Triskelion. That's going to do exactly nothing. And Mechlord showing why they're still one of the best decks. 11. 26 list, I believe this is Magnus here. And, well, he got the win. It is now 2-1 in favor. Stellar Trace winning the opening set. That is massive. And Senpai is no longer on the table. To try to make a pun, but couldn't come up with anything off the top of my head. A great first set for Stellar Trace, though. Either way, you're happy if you're in that position, because now Squirtle Squad has to reveal more information early, which is not good. We'll see who comes in for Squirtle Squad, what kind of counter they want to do for Mechlord, if they have a direct counter for Mechlord. We'll have to find out sooner, hopefully, rather than later. Hopefully, because I want to watch more gameplay. None of them about you, chat. But Magnus did a pretty good job there early on, for sure. He took control of the game early. He brought out the Triskelion and had a second one ready to go in case that bottomless trap hole. Having everything he needed, he was able to keep up pressure and having the TTH set, of course, is what won him the game. I didn't really expect to see TTH and Mechlord today. I definitely think that makes things a little more interesting. And Squirtle Squad definitely has to come prepared for that, I guess, now. Yes, they have to really pay attention more to back row. Because it's a different format than it was last time. You're not going to just see floodgates all over the place anymore. So we'll see what happens here. I'm going to imagine, though, that Squirtle Squad's got a plan in place. Alright, you have a new player in the room. We haven't seen him on table yet. It's gonna be Dexter, Coach Dex. I cannot wait to see how this one goes for the squad. Coach Dex coming in as an equalizer. Let's get going, chat. Let's see what he brought today. We're gonna see Hero. Interesting deck of choice here, in my opinion. I don't know how to feel about this, but
The human mind is too feeble to overcome my strategy.
let's see Magnus going first once again.
The power of the Mechlords is infinite.
Mechlord Refinement coming out here.
I activate the continuous spell.
There is the assembly. Probably gonna add the Obligado once again, unless he already has it. He it's not revealed to have it quite yet.
Come out! I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
All right.
Watch this.
Obligado to summon 2 from deck.
Monster. Watch this. I special summon a monster. I activate my monster's
Obligado. And the Wizel coming out. Is this a misclick? Or is he just... Interesting. Or not misclick, but he's bringing it out already. He's choosing to just burn. Is he... Why is he just choosing to wall up instead of make the gear again? One back row though, either way. Dexter, Coach Dex, gonna make some interesting plays here. Goes ahead and uses the book on the Wizel, wasting that spell negate. A good card to have here for sure if I'm Dexter. To force out that one negate. Does he have a way to really out this whole board and play around that potential treacherous trap hole? He's gonna normal summon the Stratos. Go ahead and add the one hero monster to hand. Probably that one of Liquid Soldier now. And that is what Dexter opts for. Polymerization coming out. Gonna go ahead and fuse 2 from hand field instead of... Oh, this is a different list. He's going for the Sunrise version of Heroes. Gonna add the Miracle Fusion. Activating that Miracle Fusion from the Sunrise earlier. Not playing around Tretch, though. But we will get to see some draws here from Liquid Soldier. Does Magnus have the Tretch set? Sends another Liquid Soldier. This is just a different version of Heroes altogether than what we've been seeing. No Neos at all. No Neos Knight. A Book of Moon coming out from Dexter. We know the one card in Magnus's hand is Obligado. And 0 back row too. That's actually really, really bad. He's just going to get rid of that Weasel. Pray for no Triskelion, but I mean... Trisk is pretty much on the table anyways. So... At least Trisk can't swing into everything because there's no synchros into Trap's extra deck. Right. Smiley face. Triskelion getting out of the hand. Are we going to see it come out right now? We are. Triskelion coming out here for Hero. Or sorry, for Mech Lord, for Magnus. Obviously, this is not lethal, but at the same time, you can get the Magnus out. You can get Trisk running. Kind of not the position you want to be in if you're Dexter. I'm not going to lie. Unless he has White Princess in hand, which would be massive. Although I still doubt that does anything. Gonna go for Girgagan instead of the... I guess he still has Obligado, so he could technically make all 3 and try to force lethal. Maybe Dex has White Princess in hand or something. I couldn't tell you. Obligado coming out, summoning 2 from deck. Make the blue and the yellow, and probably make Dreadnought here. 1 card left in Magnus's hand. See what it is. If it's another Trisk, this is just over. I mean, Magnus does have the Graveyard Fuel to make another one come out. He really wanted to. That extra zone really helpful in general. Let's see though. Dreadnought, Dreadnoid. Girgagan X, Triskelion. Is this enough? Opts to not use the Dreadnought first. Opts instead to go for that. And there is the White Princess. That is a massive card here. Only 100 damage, but still. 302 XXX with the raid and the follow. Thank you so much, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day and hope your stream went really well. Those of you who are new, welcome. We are currently streaming some Team Wars. Top Duel Links league in the game. Right now we have Squirtle Squad going up against Stellar Trace. We're gonna see the Sunrise effect activate at Chain Link 2. Destroy a monster. Probably, I'm assuming, to destroy the... Used to destroy the other Sunrise. Interesting. Not what I was expecting. But hey. 1,000 in the face for Dexter. Dexter survives another turn. And he's gonna need a lot here. Wounded Hero actually is the skill, not favorite duel. But he's gonna get another polymerization into hand. Okay. Miracle Fusion coming out. Gonna go ahead and fuse into the Great Tornado. And get some draws out. What's the discard gonna be, though, for Dexter? But, I mean, either way, no matter how you think of it. Ooh, discarded the nice Prismatic Poly. But we're seeing a Rhoda out of the hand as well with the Stratos. It's still normal summon said Stratos. Pop some back row, maybe. I think he's gonna opt to do that. Getting rid of all those Trisk boosts. And, only popping the one. Getting rid of the Sunrise. Oh, that doesn't get rid of the boosts for Trisk at all. I was wrong. I apologize. But setting 2 back row here for Dexter on top of all this board pressure. I wonder who's winning this at this point. Dexter's just so far ahead. He doesn't even have any access to any more Sunrises. Has used 2 Miracle Fusion, dropped 2 Polymerization. And, you know, just swing into everything here. I don't know what the one last card in hand is. Dreadnought's gonna survive one more turn. It's a pretty big deal. But what's he swinging into? He's gonna use Storm here, funny enough. Pretty good. He gets rid of a Book of Moon. Let's see if that one card in Magnus' hand is like obligato. It's Triskatelion. Dexter's still not in a safe spot. Never mind, there's a Book of Moon. This is over. Coach Dexter doing Coach Dex things. And this should be it. I'm pretty sure this is. Magnus just out of resources. That White Princess that Dex drew into from the Liquid Soldier really just won him the game. Opting to go Dark Rebellion. He didn't have to reveal it. He had lethal on board, I'm pretty. But, I mean, I guess reveal your Xyz monster, my friend. And normal summon the White Princess for the shit post. GG. Coach Dexter. Bringing the score to 2-2. In Coach Dex, we trust. The GOAT himself. Shoutouts to Stellar Trace and Magnus for winning that first set. But Necklord wasn't able to keep up with Tiro long term. Kind of got destroyed by a White Princess. And I'm sure this is not the last time we're going to see from either side in that case. White Princess, probably the best hand trap right now, and I'd say, in my opinion. I wonder who Stellar Chase is going to bring out, actually, though. Or what kind of deck they're going to see as a counter. If it's going to go after Hero, or if it's going to be a mirror, or if they're just going to bring BRD and play it safe. It'll be interesting one way or another. That's for sure. Coach Deck's best deck. Amen. That's what I'm saying, bro. Coach Deck's. Who cares that he had to reveal his heroes? He's gonna keep winning. Am I right? Am I right? Only a little bit of bias for my homie. You know what I'm saying? Only a little. I wanted to see that Coach Deck's gameplay. Ooh. Stellar Trace, though. Think about what they're going to bring next. I'm curious, though. We'll see if something interesting happens here. No repeats have been used yet for either side, which is actually kind of nice because both teams could save them for later. I honestly thought Senpai was going to use this repeat first. I don't know if that was going to be best play, but I'm sure it would have come up in some situation or another. We'll see, though. New player has entered the room. We'll see who it is when they hop on the table. Alright. They're not on the table yet. I'm trying my best to see who it is, but I'm not going to name drop. Alright. Let's see. Player has not entered the table yet. Are they just not here, or they deciding which deck they want to use? Either way, that timer is going to be a big factor long term. Oh my god, they're not on the table yet, chat. Whoever it is. There we go. It's Zuo with the 2021 April, I believe. Gold icon. A nice treat. And we're going to see BRD coming out here for Zuo. What's up, Levi? How have you been? Welcome back. I'm doing pretty good. A good spot. Just enjoying some content right now, you know? Anyways, you're gonna see Stratos coming out for Trap Dexter early on. Gonna add that. Probably Liquid Soldier. I'm gonna fail. Seems pretty safe, for sure. Adding the Blaze Man instead, and just setting back row. Activating the MST early on the back row. ×2! Alright. Alright. We're going to see both those back row go away. One of which is the Bluff Miracle Fusion. The other being a Book of Moon. And, okay, Zuo doesn't have the best hand in the world, but it's still full combo one way or another. He's going to get ahead for sure. Activating Basil Rose, bringing out that Blue Rose from Graveyard. Going to go ahead and Synchro into Zeta. Everyone's favorite Synchro monster. Right. Pretty good. Swinging for 700 to the base. Dexter has a Blaze Mana hand. We know that much, but what else can he really do at this point? Gonna activate the Blaze Man to add the Poly. Poly gonna come out here. And Polymerization coming out. All right.
This will do. I fusion summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
Sunrise coming out to add the Miracle Fusion. And probably going to see some Miracle Fusion action here.
I activate my spell.
Zeta or not, I think either way, Dex is still in a not terrible position. Unless those back row are like Compulse. Even then, I mean, real back row would definitely be a hindrance for sure. But we're going to see here. Gonna make that other Sunrise, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there we go. And then the Liquid Soldier draws. Gonna get some advantage here. It's a discard. Dex immediately throwing that Blaze Mana out. Interesting decision.
Face down.
Setting a back row.
Don't think so.
Zeta, gonna go ahead and do Zeta things. Getting rid of one of those Sunrise. 27 straight to the face for Dexter.
Don't think so.
And there's the Compulse that I mentioned. Compulse being the best back row against Hero, far and away.
Trap card. Exactly.
And a Basil Rose gain advantage. So right now, favor of this duel is 100% duos side. We could see something else happen. We could see
End my
some
turn.
treacherous trap hole or Book of Moons or something. Right now, it's definitely a little bit.
Here I go. I synchro summon a monster.
Alright. Going in the Ruddy Rose. Ruddy Rose gonna banish graveyards, I think.
I won't let it.
Actually opts not to go for that. Adding the White Rose. At least he has a full combo here. Only one Basil left for Zuo. Either way,
Here I go. I special summon a
gonna see the special coming out. There is the Rocks Rose. Gonna search probably for that one final Basil Rose shoot here. One back row makes the difference here between life and death for Dexter. Right now, he's not exactly in the worst position, but if he did something bad, who knows? We'll see what Zuo thinks this play. Opts to go ahead and Synchro 7 for the Sam D. An interesting choice for sure. Obviously, the White Rose is going to get the dump for the Carrot. Carrot, by far the best version of Rose now. Because ever since that ban list,
monster's effect.
you need to play the Ruddy Rose Witch. And speaking of Ruddy Rose Witch, Zuo had it in hand. Oh, he added it off the Rock Rose. Never mind, I did not see that. I think this might be lethal if Dex is not careful. He needs Miracle Fusion in hand. He needs a way to survive. I don't know if he has all of that. If he does, he hits one more turn. We know he has Favorite Duel. He'll have... what's it called? Sorry, Favorite Duel. And he'll also have a way to get some cards life. Some fusions life, I should say. Excuse me. He has one more Miracle Fusion to deck. I'm sure one more Poly. And I know one more Poly at least because of, what's it called? Ooh, gonna go ahead and early book the Ruddy, or the Sam D, not even the Ruddy Rose Witch. An interesting choice.
Here goes. My monster effect.
White Princess
I activate
in the hand.
effect.
Crazy. He still lets go that. The Lance. And now
That's nothing. I
the Ruddy Rose stays on the field.
draw.
But you get rid of that Lance too. You better have some fuel if you're Dexter. Otherwise, what was that for?
From my hand, I activate
Book of Moon. That's not gonna exactly do it.
I know.
Dexter takes the L to Zuo. 3-2 is the score. And now we're gonna see a new deck come out for Dexter here. Not a great game for Squirtle Squad. Unfortunate that you know, Zuo just had all the gas he needed to continue playing at a high level. John Matry, what is up, my man? How are you doing, my friend? My new teammate. BRD Mirror coming out today here for Dexter. See if Dexter's going second, so Zuo will continue to go first. Another BRD Mirror chat. Let's see, is this going to be a brick fest as well?
My turn. This is my new ability.
See, let's find out. Rox Rose coming out.
What shall I do? I activate my monster's effect.
Basil Rose getting added to the hand.
I'll set a card. I'll set a card.
And setting a bunch of back row. By that, I mean 2 back row, not even 3.
My turn.
So, I don't think Dexter has a reason to really be afraid right now.
Here I
Unless
go.
White Rose from hand doesn't even need to use skill. That's really actually great for Dexter. Roxro's gonna add a Basil here. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a full-blown... Nope, Book of Moon coming out. We'll not be seeing a full combo for lethal here, Dexter, I don't think. I could be wrong. Maybe there's another Roxrose in hand. Who knows? Who knows? Knowing that Zuo's other back row is almost certainly a Basil Rose shoot. Dexter could potentially go on the offensive here if he has another Roxrose in hand. If not, he's going to have to play a little more passive, back off a bit, set some back row, take it slow. And that, I think, is what's going to happen here. 2 back row as well for Dexter. Zuo, interesting spot. We'll see if he tries what he tries to do here. Activates an MST. That is not what you want to see if you are Dexter at all. Hitting the Basil as well. And only get a battle here. Okay. Gonna go ahead and hit White Rose. Interesting decision. And let's see. Oh, it's a Book of Moon. Dexter not willing to let that White Rose go. Yeah. Instead, I think he's gonna try to force early Black Rose and try to go for game that way. Let's see what the 3 cards in Dexter's hand are. I'm pretty sure one of them is Basil. Although he did just lose one to the MST earlier. He is going to early Black Rose. Dumping also the carrot. Alright. Zuo has the Compulse. And will bounce the Black Rose back to hand. Gonna get rid of a Basil and the Rox Rose. Basil's obviously gonna trigger. Bring him back said Rox Rose probably. Unless Crow's in hand. Do we have a Crow? Any Crows? No. Alright. However, now we're in a position where if Dex has the gas in the hand, he has 3 cards uninterrupted and a workout weight champion in graveyard. If he could go for game, which I think we have it. If he has one of either Basil or Ruddy Witch in hand, this game is over. Because Roxos gets search the other one, and then force lethal. Let's see what he opts to go for here. I don't think he has the card he needs, or one of the 2 cards he needs already. Adds the Basil, so I don't think he has the Ruddy Witch in hand. We're gonna assume not anyway. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're wrong. Could see a Ruddy Rose Witch attempt for lethal as well. You never know. Or not lethal, but get rid of everything. Yazi is card of choice. Interesting. Setting 2 back row and just taking it passively. I actually kind of like this play from Dexter. Obviously, we know Zuo has 1 card plus a Basil. Actually, 2 cards plus Basil now. Or sorry, Blue Rose, not Basil. Right? Oh no, Rocks Rose. Yeah, added the Blue Rose. So we knew about the Blue Rose, not the Basil. Excuse me. White Rose gonna add or special summon out a Rocks Rose. Rocks Rose if I can activate. Getting hit by a Floodgate. That is massive. Because now Duo doesn't have access to his other Rocks Rose, I don't think. Unless it's in hand. Clearly not, because he's just set 1 passing. Basil Rose coming out. Gonna bring back the Rocks Rose from Trap Dexter's graveyard. And Dexter's gonna get to just keep getting advantage. Thinning out his deck. Trying to force some cards onto... I don't even know what he's trying to force at this point. Hey ZZ! Thank you for the host, my friend. 65 viewers. Those who are new here, welcome to the stream. This is Team Wars. So this is Squirtle Squad, Stellar Trace. 2 teams that are currently in the top 12. Fighting it out. Try to see who can maintain the better record. Because this is a very important match. Both these teams have to fight Frozen Buns later down the line. My name is EDH Gaming. I am a longtime competitive player and a caster. Currently on the Angelic Force roster. And streaming a really good war so far. Pretty back and forth. We're still early on, and it's already been an hour. But hey, I'm having a good time. Right now, we're watching Coach Dex, the GOAT. Dexter trying to get rid of that 1 back row. It's a Basil. Don't really know if that was worth it. But I mean, hey, maybe Dex can end this game right here, right now. That is what we're going to probably see here. I see Dexter's path to lethal for sure. I'm sure chat can as well. We are going to see the hard Trishula. And, it's the Lancia in hand. Zuo is not losing his entire board yet. The carrot will be coming out here. And, I think we're just gonna go battle. He had lethal on board, but Lancia saving Zuo. I didn't expect to see Lancia in any of these hands at this point. Not in this current ban list, but proven wrong once again by Stellar Trace. Stellar Trace impressing me more and more with their deck building. And that's kind of what this team does. By the way, 15 to the face for Zuo and getting rid of a Rocks Rose. Zuo having both of his Rocks Rose. No, it's still just 1, and the Basil Rose in hand. The last one for Zuo. If Dexter has a real back row, this is it. Do it. He has normal summon the Blue Rose. Does he have a Book of Moon? He does not. Dexter getting a taste of his own medicine here. And that's just going to be everything on the field getting nuked. Dexter now the one behind. No White Rose, only a Rocks Rose. Lost 2 Basils. He needs... And Dexter going to scoop here. Zuo came out of nowhere and took the game back. Dexter just not having the back row he needs to survive and is out. Squirtle Squad already lost 2 players, and Zuo Maintaining a lead for Stellar Trace. I am speechless. That was a amazing finish to that duel. I'm sure Stellar Trace is happy with that result. The Lancia to save Zuo from Dexter's Trishula, just to make his own the next turn, because that back row is nothing more than a measly Lance. Who's coming out here? Arid still on lineup. Obata. Both these midseason players are very strong. And obviously Flash Farden, one of their OGs. But taking out Coach Dex, that's going to lose a lot of morale for Squirtle Squad. I know that team very much is Dexter-oriented. And, yeah, I mean, that's a huge momentum swing for Zuo. You're up 4-2. You get rid of 2 Squirtle Squad players before you even lose a deck. And, right now, one of the 3 remaining players for Squirtle Squad is really going to have to come in and carry. I mean, that's simple. You need someone to streak. Squirtle Squad, obviously having multiple players on the roster do that in the past. Rizuya doing that week 3, I think. Aaron doing that week 6. I think Dexter had a run one time. All right. No one on the table yet. Let's see it, though. I'm curious. All right. I think no one's still on the table yet. Squirtle Squad taking their time to think about who would be the best solution for their problem here. I'm curious, though, who really could just kind of win the game at this point. I have no idea. Just a quick brief update for those who are curious about it, because I'm just kind of pulling up the other matches just to see what's going on as well. For myself, my curious. Bricks and Potatoes and Roulette is happening right now. Bricks and Potatoes up 7-0. Saku just sweeping Relentless, and it looks like it's about to be 8-0 here. Obata coming in, though, for Squirtle Squad. Let's see it. Obata came in midseason. A Team Wars champion. We'll see if we can get this to happen. Well, the other match, Duel Links Latam versus Sem currently happening. Duel Links Latam up 4-2. And now, Kiyama versus Alcoholic happening right now. But, yeah, just a little brief Team Wars update going on right now for you guys as we get started with the next duel of Obata versus Zuo. Another BRD mirror match is what we decided here. And Zuo once again getting to go first in this match. That is massive.
What shall I do? I summon a monster.
We're going to see the White Rose Dragon coming out here.
I couldn't.
And Obata with the scoop. The connection failure. Are they counting that as a DC? A card has been played. Or maybe not. Let's see. I'm curious. I can't tell what's going on here. Did Obata just have a net issue, or was it me? I'm extremely... What? Is that a DC loss for Obata already? I know he has net issues, but that can't be just a loss, right? What? Interesting, for sure. Squirtle Squad losing even more momentum if that is counted as a DQ loss. I'm not sure yet. We haven't gotten a decision. But we'll see. Uh, is it 2 to 5 or is it still to 4? Is there a decision made here or you don't have a statement yet from Squirtle Squad? Kind of need to know so this can keep happening. No game happening yet. All right, let's see what's happening. Don't start the next duel. All right, so we are currently in a state of waiting. We're deciding the rule. The judge is currently seeing if this is a DQ loss for Squirtle Squad, or I guess I should say a disconnect loss, not a disqualifier loss. And because Obata did, I assume DC, but maybe not. I'm gonna wait for Mystic to give me the okay, and then we can kind of keep going from there. That's really bad, though. Back to the update I was talking about earlier, though, from Bricks and Potatoes versus Relentless. It is now an 8-0 run for Saku. And all that's left for Relentless is Bacon. The other 4 players all lost 0-2. So this might be the biggest sweep in Team Wars this season. Or, I guess, one of. We've had a couple of 10-0s and 10-1s. But right now, we're kind of in a position to where the Squirtle Squad match is kind of at a standstill. We haven't gotten a ruling yet on if they determine that as a DC. We did see 2 cards played and a skill. I don't know how much that matters here. But again, who knows? Who knows? We have no further announcements so far from Zuo, or not Zuo, from Mystic, the referee. Let's see though, we have a long way to go. I'm kind of curious. Oh, another couple of Team Wars updates. What do you think about Galaxy Eyes? Deck is bad. It's not terrible. I just don't think it's good enough for Team Wars standards right now. It doesn't keep up with any of the other decks right now. It loses to a single back row. But, yeah. Anyway, Darnell456, thank you for the follow, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're enjoying the match that is currently, unfortunately, at a standstill. Because we're waiting on a ruling. We have gotten an update. Switcheroo defeated Pharaohs with a score of 10-2. That is a blowout. Rookies defeated BZ 10-3. The upset, probably the biggest upset we'll see this week. And that actually caught me off guard. I didn't expect that one. Been a while since Rookies has won like that. Kind of just saw Switcheroo proving why they're one of the best clans in the game, for sure. One of the best teams. Let's see what the ruling is, if it's announced or not. I know Hazy is typing right now in that chat. Or at least was for a second. Don't go anywhere, chat. We are hopefully getting this game back on the road in just a moment here. Alright, still waiting. Kind of curious though as to what is going to be said, if they rule this as a DC loss or if they're just going to let it slide. Kind of curious for myself too, but I also want this war to continue. Chat, I want y'all to know, what do you think is the best deck of this current format? Those who are here in the chat. What do you think was going to win? I hate to say it like that. I use Galaxy Eyes. I see, but if you go second, it's an insta KO if you have the right hand. As long as you have a Photon Lord, you don't lose. So legit, rinse and repeat. It is an easy deck to play. Problem is, when you go second, you're relying on having Lance in your hand, Forbidden Lance, and your opponent just not having Book of Moon, Compulse, Floodgate, literally anything that could interrupt your combo. If there is no interruption, you do just kind of one-shot them. But the problem is that deck is so fragile, it's not even fun. It's a good deck, though. It's just not, I don't think, good enough for team. At least in my opinion. Alright. Alright. Set 3 and pass, right? Yeah, that's the best board in the game, smiley face. After evidence and discussing, the game is getting replayed. Still gonna be a 2-4. Same decks, I'm assuming. Obata getting saved by the bell. We are just gonna see a 2-4 score staying here. Well done. And it seems we're currently in a bit of a discussion, an argument, if you will. I guess it started. One has not, indicative of a glitch, and has replaying invocations. So because Obata has not gotten the opportunity to play a card, we are counting this as a replay and a glitch. No signs of DCs were to be found as well. It was an instant just drop. And usually when net happens, like, literally 2 cards were played and it was an instant DC. It wasn't exactly like how a normal DC in this game would work. So
I want to know what I'm truly capable of. So
we are going to see Obata coming back on the game.
Here I go. It's my turn.
And Obata gets to go first this time. Wonder if there will be an actual DQ loss this time. Let's see, though. Obata taking his time to think. And a replay, yeah, was confirmed. Unfortunate for Stellar Chase. So Stellar Chase definitely had the better hand and got to go first. Going second to this mirror is so detrimental unless you have exactly like multiple MSTs. So you can kind of just spam at the beginning of the turn. But you know, Obata kind of just play this out. Oh. Looks like we're having a glitch happen again. Obata's game just isn't working, it seems. Anyway. So it looks like Obata's not in the duel at all. And it is glitched for him still, and I would not be surprised if that's the case. We are currently in still a bit of a standstill, so enjoy an empty field, chat. I'm so sorry about what's happening here. This delay is a bit of an interesting situation for sure. Oh my goodness, chat. You're in a pickle, that's to say the least. I'm gonna be here forever, aren't I? God. Obata is typing in the chat. Get them the loss to keep moving. At this point, that might be what's happening, Mark. Because it does just, they ruled it as a glitch originally. Oh, fuck Dex. Okay, that makes more sense why you're saying that. Hey man, you guys see Coach Dex lose. I'm sure you're happy. I'm sure we'll see. Right now, Obata has to get some video evidence that he's just wasn't ever in the duel. But game didn't start, and there guys VC telling the game has started. Oh my goodness. Okay. I wonder if it will be a timeout. Because if there's a timeout, then it's...
I can't stop here. I have
Oh. Okay. So, yeah. I wonder what they're gonna say for this here. See what they rule it as. That was the entire time of the game. Unable to catch the game. There was 0 on the duel log. Okay, well, that is a known glitch. So, we're going to keep having this problem. Chat, I am going to... We'll wait another minute or two. But if Obata can't get on the table, I might need to go to the bathroom. Take a piss, chat. Yeah. I mean... We'll see if they can get on the table this time. The game could start sooner rather than later. View the video evidence. Okay, let's see what they rule this one as. Obata was unable to enter the duel. Wow. Okay, so it is straight up just Obata. It's like the game, I think. All right, let's see what they're ruling it as. They're asking some questions, trying to determine what's going on. Okay. This is an interesting ruling situation. Restart once more. Chat, this is just a long situation. I apologize for what we're currently witnessing. I see something. Just a few minutes, chat. We need to kind of remake a room here. So replay. First game replay. Zuo was under white. Oh, let me. Self, I'm actually curious. Okay, that's actually right. Oh, they just know all the glitches in this game. I'm actually really fascinated by what I'm looking at in this Discord log. Give me just a minute to switch rooms, chat. We'll get the new room up and we'll get the games going here. Hopefully this time with Obata making it in. Okay, there we go. An interesting delay for sure. One last update here for BNP. It is now 9-0. Saku on a sweeping tear. Bacon's playing the bearding mirror. This could be the final game here. And BNP might just get a 10-point differential. Okay, that was a while. Both players are in the room. Obata was on table a moment ago, but he is currently not. But everyone's here in the new room. Yay! Hopefully we can get a game going this time without problems. All right, let's go, chat. 10 minutes later, we finally get to play our 7th game. 4-2 still. Zuo on the bottom of the screen. Obata on the top. And Obata gets to go first.
Here I go. It's
Let's
my
see.
turn.
Is Obata actually playing? Because if not, this is entirely on him. Nothing can change my mind. Oh, he is actually playing and set 3 pass. That is not a good hand, but I mean, hey, we'll see.
I draw. This is my new ability.
Excuse me. Sleepy.
Now, I summon a monster. I activate my monster.
All right. White Rose.
I special summon a monster. I activate my monster.
Actual gameplay finally happening.
So, I play my favorite
Bottomless trap hole coming out for Duel.
card.
Or sorry, for Obata, not Zuo.
I'll set a card.
And setting some back row. Juan back row, which is probably the, what's it called? The Basil. I'm gonna assume it's the Basil, regardless.
I'll end my turn. Here I go. It's my turn. I draw.
Obata passing, not even playing a single card here. What is going on here? Okay. Interesting.
What shall I do? I summon a
Summoning a Ruddy Rose Witch, actually. And a White Rose, so he could actually go for Trishula here. Assuming this all goes through. I doubt it, but you could always assume, right?
I special summon a monster.
It's been a very long duel so far. I'm gonna be honest here.
But hey, could see the potential 9. See.
Battle. Here goes. I attack you directly.
Attempt lethal here with the Canadia coming out
Face down
from
card.
Obata.
I activate my trap card. I'll attack with this. I attack you directly.
All right, 1200 going through, 800 going through, and passing turn.
Such pain.
Can Obata survive
I end
one more turn? Can he get some monsters maybe?
turn. I draw. This is my new
3 in hand. See it. Okay, he finally got a monster. Spell of Roses is finally working for him.
Here I go. I summon a monster. I activate
Rocks Rose.
effect.
Gonna add the blue rose. Interesting. Why? I guess you have a basil set or in hand or something?
From my hand,
He activates a basil from hand. Okay, that makes sense.
I summon Blue Rose Dragon.
Wonder if he's just gonna go black rose and nuke here. Unless Zuo has a back row that he can right now. Maybe there's a lance set for Obata or something. Who knows? Okay.
I synchro summon a monster.
Chooses to go Zeta, interesting enough.
Set a card. Here I go. Let's battle.
Instead of Yazi. That's a weird one, I'm gonna be honest.
I'll attack with this.
And chooses to go White Rose instead of the Ruddy.
So
On pulls.
my face down card.
Is there a lance coming out?
My trap card.
There's a delay. I think there's a lance. Oh, there's a Canadia. Uh-oh. I think someone's in trouble.
Here I go. I special summon a monster.
That's actually really, really bad for Zuo. Or for Obata.
My monster attacks. I can take this.
And hey, maybe we'll see Obata survive one more turn.
I end my turn.
Who knows? Who knows?
Quite bad news.
But,
I have to stay focused.
20 minutes, man. It's been a long time since we've gotten to see an end of a game. Or a real game. Oh, there's a rock shows. That should be curtains. One way or another.
I summon a monster.
I'm sure you are.
Activate my monster's effect.
Go ahead. Use your rocks rose. Insert a bottomless? No, no bottomless. Interesting.
Don't think so.
Canadia. That'll do something.
Face down card.
By that I mean help him survive one more turn.
Battle.
Chooses to just swing.
This.
1200 onto the Canadia. And attempted lethal. Is this the end?
Exactly what
Basil coming out.
I play my face down card. I
Okay.
place that.
Not bad.
What shall I do? I special summon a monster. Exactly what I expected. I activate my monster's effect.
Adding a Basil to hand.
I
We know the other card in the hand is Blue Rose, so Obata may have just swung the tempo back in his favor, actually. Funny enough. If that one back row isn't too crazy, I think Obata may have just won himself the duel. Actually, I'm pretty sure that there's lethal on board if he has carrot. Or at least I see lethal. Sure he does. He's a very good player.
Now, I summon a monster.
We shall see. White Rose Dragon with the effect. What's he bringing out? Is he bringing out
I summon
a Blue Rose? He is bringing out a Blue Rose Dragon. Alright. Pretty good. Oh, interesting. I did not think that was the path he was going to take here, but hey. Sure. That's a way to go off if you want. Not how I personally would have done it, but I think it results the same way either way. Okay, bring out the Rocks Rose, and the Rocks Rose effect will activate. Still, though. Maybe Zuo has that Lance in hand. Maybe Obata's feeling a Lance and is opting to not go for
my monster's effect.
the, what's it called? The Trishula.
Here I go. I special summon
Who knows? We have seen the Lancia already come out from Zuo earlier in this war. We'll see, though. Let's see if he has it in the hand or not. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Who knows? There has to be. Obata must be feeling that Lance and is opting to not play into said Lancia right now.
synchro summon.
So he's going to go ahead and go to BRD, and BRD is just going to flip a monster, and this should be it.
Don't think so. I activate
There's the Lancia. It's technically not lethal, I don't think.
this. Attack.
Actually, it is.
Take this. Blue rose.
This all goes through, and that's... Well, I guess that's a Basil Rose set, so you survive one more turn.
Pushing exactly. I attack. I play my thing.
We'll see, though. I mean, we could be wrong.
Activate a quick play spell. Here I go.
Okay.
Special summon a monster.
Lancia saving Zuo again from despair
I activate
and death and sadness.
Here goes. Attack. I end my turn. My turn. This feels like I draw
Okay.
from my hand.
Basil Rose
In a quick play
from the
spell.
top, I'm pretty sure, actually.
What shall I do? I special summon a monster.
Okay, he got the Basil off the top.
Effect.
Adding the third and final Basil here for Obata. And we have been hit by a follow. Floki, thank you for the follow, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Carrot Weight. And there's a Book of Moon coming out. No lethal for Obata. Or, sorry, for Zuo. And now Obata kind of just wins.
Can't let fear overtake me.
Goodbye, Zuo's win streak.
Effect activates.
It was nice knowing ya.
Blue.
But unfortunately, the end has come. Obata! Shifting the game back in his favor and bringing Squirtle Squad back to it after a 20-minute judge ruling fest. We have our winner. And now it is a 3-4. Holy cow, this is an interesting so far. From ruling problems, the team's forever to switch players in. It has been almost 2 hours, and we are at still not even the halfway. But hey, regardless, see an update. Punky's stream has come to an end. It's like so
Bricks and Potatoes best of 1, 10-1. And Duel Links Latam versus Sem is currently a 6-2. We have been hit by Aaron with the follow. Thank you, my butt. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good luck with the rest of your war, my friend. All of you guys at Squirtle would have been so kind today. Obata and Zuo coming back out. Round 2. B&P won 10-1 officially. Saku did it all by himself and one streak. Relentless goes down once again, crying themselves.
What makes the strong
We are seeing, is that DDD? Wait. What am I looking at here? Why are we playing DDD? I thought it's bad again. Oh no. Okay, well, I expected some heat, but not that. And it's only 2 back row pass. Are there MSTs for Obata here? Are we going to see some back row hate? Maybe not, but he does have a good hand already with the Spell of Roses, for sure. We shall see, though. We shall see. Maybe he's got Lance in hand. Maybe he's got... Right? White Rose, gonna summon, activate effect.
What shall I do?
Brings out the Rocks Rose from the graveyard. Rocks Rose effect, gonna add a card. And now he can play around that free deep pop. Alright. Book of Moon, gonna hit the Rocks Rose. And I think that might be the end of the turn here, I'm gonna be honest. Not even adding a Basil, instead adding the Ruddy Rose Witch. Setting back row, 1, 2, 3. And swinging for 12 over Savant Kepler. And Contract gonna use its effect to boost. And sending Slime to pop up Basil. That is a massive hit. You don't want to be in that situation if you are Obata, losing your recovery. Zuo's still in far and away the worst position. He's only got a Gart Contract. Yes, he gets a pop per turn, but he needs to have the full-ass combo. He has another Kepler. That's a pretty good card to have here. Add a Dark Contract to hand. Pretty impressive for sure, but... will the one Dark Contract save him? Contract effect is activating. Looks like it's gonna go through here. Adding the Armageddon. MF Doom, the GOAT, my boy. Rest in peace. Man of the Doom King. Gonna set up some scales. Not what I'm gonna do. Places the Kepler and the Ragnarok in scale. Probably to bring out a Doom King and one other in hand. Just the Doom King all by itself. Interesting. Going to hit that White Rose. Compulsing the Doom King. And it looks like we have a winner, chat. By that, I mean Obata has just won this duel 100%. There's like nothing a duo could really do. Yeah, that he still has a pop once per turn, sure, but what's that pop gonna do? You pop a card, sure, but that's still lethal on board either way from the 2,000 damage you take next. Or if, you know, Obata could just normal summon another Rocks Rose. But either way, DDD
showing that it just wasn't the right choice.
What shall I do?
I don't know why Stellar Chase decided to bring it. I personally would not have. Shoutouts to Blind Bandit for trying to bring this in. Here, Laments. What's up? This is unfortunately not the TCG. We are going to see a DD Crow hitting that Rocks Rose. But that's 24 to the face and another 2,000 in the standby phase. Duo is not winning this duel. Squirtle Squad ties it up, and Abada goes on a little bit of a streak himself.
I guess you're forcing me to show my dog Conquest.
Bye-bye, EDD. Or like, dick.
You proved that you're a
Okay, I'm done with those shitty puns about this garbage-ass deck.
Friends who believe
4-4 now. Obata doing the cleanup work. The equalizer roll after all the disconnection stuff and the glitches or whatever. You're gonna see a tie. And with that being said, I will be right back. I have to take a piss really badly while Stellar Trace switches play. All right, chat. I have returned from a quick piss break, and we have AQ coming in here. All right, let me just do a bit of updating here.
What'll I learn this time? I no longer need the strength.
Obata on top. AQ on Botto coming in here for Stellar Trace.
Here, this is my
Bella Rose coming out. Rocks Rose. With the White Rose and the Rocks Rose. Adding the Basil. And that was all I missed. Okay, cool. We're proud of. That was fast. Senpai, gotta start playing TCG. I know, pal. I'll teach you the way, my son.
A cold flame envelops the world. Black flower bloom. Synchro summon.
Black Rose Dragon coming out. With the White Rose dump.
I'll set a card.
The turn 1 Black Rose Dragon. A very weird play at best.
I draw.
But hey,
I won't let
be weirder.
take me.
AQ gonna drop the Witch, add the Rocks.
Now, I summon a
Gonna normal summon Rocks Rose.
effect.
Get the search. 3 back row from AQ. We'll see what AQ's got here. Alright, gonna activate the White Rose to special. Get some back row hate.
I go. I special summon a monster.
Floodgate Trap Hole to send the White Rose to defense. Setting a couple back row. Interesting use of the Floodgate on the white and not the rocks, but I guess making the rocks commit. And then the AQ using the Basil, bringing back the Rocks Rose. There's just so much advantage for AQ now over Obata, but Obata does have 3 back rows, so don't ever count him out. Maybe Obata tries to go for a Ruddy Rose here. I couldn't tell you what the plan is. In draw phase. We're staying in draw phase for a minute here. In draw phase, Obata is going to use a Compulse. Getting rid of probably that Black Rose as expected. And, there's delays. Is there a land set? Oh, no. It's like Basil or something. I don't know. Who knows? But we are going to be seeing a bit of slower gameplay now from AQ, losing his potential Ruddy Rose at the start of main 1. And a little bit of battle phase action, I do say. No complaints about that. Gonna crash. Interesting choice here. That was a very weird decision, if I say so myself. And FaZe probably going to use the Basil here. I think that was a misplay from AQ, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think he should have crashed. Like, I get you have the Basil set and you want to get your Roxas back guaranteed, but to wall up is so important right now. I don't think the crashing was a good play. But hey, who knows? Maybe we will. Pretty good game so far, though, I'd say. A little bit of back and forth, some slow gameplay. Over time, we'll see some changes. Who knows? All right. See a normal summon Yang Zing. He is playing the Yang Zing, and there's another Floodgate. That is crazy. All right, setting another back row. 1600. Will AQ let that through? He's thinking about it. Decides to take the 1600 to the face. And the Basil Rose. For the Rocks Rose to come back. And, let's see.
I'll end my turn. My turn. I draw.
AQ added the blue rose and is now going to almost summon a white rose. Is he attempting to go Trish here, or is he playing around a potential Book of Moon? Either way, Obata really needs to have a compulse here for Rocks Rose. Otherwise, we might just see something really bad happen to Obata's whole board. And by that, I mean like a banished 3. As the Canadia. On what? What are you gonna Canadia? Still let AQ make a 7, unless you have 2. Which I guess wouldn't be exactly. I'm not counting that out. Gonna hit the white rose as the card of choice. I don't love that hit. I would have hit the blue rose. But I guess either way, it doesn't matter too much. Changes the Rocks Rose to attack position. Interesting. There will be some battle here. Maybe another crash. I don't know. No, he's just gonna go into the 7, make a Sam D.
Here I go.
And passing turn on that alone. It's gonna be a very, very long duel.
I'll set a card.
Because Obata with 2 monsters that just kind of...
I'll attack with this.
8 Basils are gone.
My monster attack.
2 of the 3 Basils and 1 Roxrose. Roxrose's gonna add itself back.
Activate my monster's effect.
Okay. Obata definitely still in a little more control, but also very, very much clogged. And once, if AQ can get through those 2 back row, kind of just wins.
This is my
One of which is almost certainly a Basil.
Here I go. I summon a monster. I activate
White Rose in the hand,
I special summon a monster.
bringing out the Roxrose.
Effect.
Roxrose effect will activate again this turn for the 2nd time. Okay. Interesting play so far here. I mean, AQ has what? 1 Basil left? I'm assuming you're going to add that, right? Unless you just have it set. So, in which case, you add a Blue Rose. Or maybe the Ruddy Witch, actually, so you get your Carrot life.
Now's my chance.
Actually, on the summon, it was Obata thinking it. He did decide to bottomless
That card.
monster.
I play my face down card. I activate a quick play spell.
Okay. Basil Rose.
I'll set a card. Battle.
And swing, swing. Sam D gonna negate
I can take it.
1,000 of the face and probably ending turn there.
I'll end my turn.
How is Obata gonna
I draw.
keep this up though? He's now in the back seat of this duel.
I'll set a card.
Okay, setting cards. Sure. Setting back row. I guess you're gonna take it slow if you're Obata and like win the deck out, maybe? I couldn't tell you. But the 2 floodgates have definitely hurt. 1 Basil left. Last White Rose is on field. There's just so many more cards right now for AQ to use. Yes, technically Obata has... Well, actually Obata's behind a card advantage, but...
Master this.
Oh, he is going to use this to other Spell of Roses. Okay, so there will no longer be any Spell of Roses in this duel.
What shall I do? I activate my monster's effect.
I'm going to go ahead and use Roxrose effect here. Adding a Basil. Now, I'm assuming he's just going to kind of set, right?
Here I
That
go.
he does.
Let's battle. You best get out of my way. Attack.
Attacking the White Rose for 400, putting AQ down to 2,000 life,
You're up. I can't let fear overtake
which
me.
is quite intriguing.
My turn.
4 back row.
Draw.
Let's see what AQ can come up with to kind of maintain a bit of control. Summoning a Blue Rose. Okay.
Battle.
And he's just going to go Battle Phase. Swing for another 1,000 with the Sam D, maybe?
Attack. It's not over yet.
And end phase. Are we going to see the other Basil? There is still 2 Basils left. One, yeah, okay. And that's both of those cards.
Here I go. I don't think so. I activate my monster's effect.
Okay. Let's see. This seemingly a deck out time. Obata's whole game plan is really just to make sure that AQ can't make anything happen. He's gonna go in, composting his own monster. Okay, are we gonna... He's deciding to go a little bit more... Oh! That's actually crazy. He's going in on... He's decided to go aggressive, and there's a burst spread. Tribute to Dragon Monster, destroy it all. Face-up monsters whose defense is less than the attack. Roxos can still activate, and Blue Rose can also activate. Summoning out a carrot. That was ballsy. But AQ felt his back was against the wall. Obata no longer having access to White Rose, I believe. Oh, he still has one. Roxos effect will activate here. Is he going to use his last Basil here? Indeed, he will. He's going for the opening of the clogged board. And this might be it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Obata may have just figured out the solution to win this duel. He's going to go Zeta here. And White Rose to dump the carrot. And now, actually, Obata's technically behind in the deck out game. Assuming that actually matters to anyone. But, I mean, Obata's just so far ahead in resources at this point. AQ went for a big play, and it backfired so heavily. This is lethal if all goes through. One Basil left. Is he going to use it here to save his own life? And he does. And now, I believe Obata has no real chance of losing this duel. Gonna be a little bit honest with you. Bye-bye, Roxrose. And this might be it. Obata has too much pressure. AQ running out of resources. No more Basil. One last Roxrose. No White Rose left either. I'm pretty sure. Yep, all White Rose, all Basils are gone. That should be it. Summons out the carrot and summons a Roxrose. He can still make a big play. Is he going to try to nuke everything and just pray? I think that's your only real option if you're AQ is to Black Rose the field. Actually, didn't he already do that? No, it got bounced back by a Compulse earlier in the duel. AQ gonna stay alive a little bit longer. And pray. I'm pretty sure there's a Blue Rose, though. I'm pretty sure this duel has been lost. Obata, do you have a monster that swings for more than 14? And you do. The Blue Rose Dragon's going to come out, and that is game. Squirtle Squad finally taking the lead after falling behind for a little bit. 2-4, now up 5-4. GG's. Squirtle Squad in the driver's seat now. Obata. And there is a repeat coming out for Stellar Trace. Deciding to go in the mirror again because the world wants me to hate everything. Holy shit, I'm hungry. Oh well. Maybe I'll eat that salad bowl I have on me. Repeat number 1 has been used for Stellar Trace. And AQ seemingly being happy with that repeat use. Because he has a clearly favorable hand so far. So, pretty advantageous position if I am Obata, or sorry, AQ here. Using to go now. Maybe there's just no Yazi?
I set a card.
I know. Set one pass though. Obata. Obata just has to get through a Zeta and a one back row. Not too terrible. I prefer that to the latter of, say, 3 back row and like a Yazi. I think would be more annoying. You can play around Zeta, no problem with it. Obviously, it forces you to think about it, but hey, by the way, whoa, adds a blue rose. You must have multiple white roses in hand to do that, or may have just misplayed one or the other. Okay, he didn't just play. That makes you feel a lot better. Okay, and now Roxor's effect's gonna trigger. Ooh, we're gonna see an attempted lethal here. Or maybe we will. I actually am not sure. Activates Basil early. Actually surprised to see this happen. Is he gonna Trish? Oh, he's gonna use a book. Okay, he's got lethal on board now. Oh, you gotta know. Unless that back row's like a bait. And instead of Basil, it's like Compulse. If it's Compulse, that'd be crazy. Or Floodgate. Floodgate would be massive. But I think Obata may have just full-on sacked this. And indeed, it is true. Goodbye, Basil, Rose, and Cyphering Gamma, or Zeta. World Carrot Weight Champion's gonna activate, and that is 6-4 for Squirtle Squad. Obata being the streaker this week. Wow. That was a unfortunate repeat for AQ. 2 players left, Bubai and Dodoro. And now I'm gonna get a salad out, because I'm hungry. And what are y'all gonna do about it? I promise I won't be a loud muncher. Let's get some stuff here. Not too soggy, it's not too bad. Been in the fridge for a day or two. All right. 2 players left for Stellar Trace. A little too much.
Lord Emperor, send this fool spiraling into chaos.
Bubai coming out with the Mech Lord.
It's my turn. I activate the continuous spell, Mech Lord Assembly. Watch this. I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
Okay. Obligado.
I special summon a monster. Come out. I special summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. The power of the Mech Lords is infinite. From my hand,
He got the draw too.
watch this.
Pretty good turn 1 for a Mech Lord player, I'll say that.
I activate my monster's effect.
Add that wise little hand.
Mech Lord Assembly's effect activates.
And Assembly
To
We'll trigger here.
Monster on my field. An effect destroyed my monster, so I special summon this.
Weisel's gonna come out. And then setting a back row. Obata's got to get through one spell negate and one back row.
My turn.
Not bad for a mech lord, but we'll see how gas Obata's hand is too. I think that will determine a lot here. And what the back row is, of course, for Bubai. His graveyard is fueled. Still a 26 list as well. Might be the exact same thing where you see Treacherous Trap Hole here. Either way, it's a good spot to be in. All right. Obata taking his time to think for sure.
I'll master this move.
Gonna add a Rocks Rose to hand after sending Blue Rose.
Monster.
Oh no! Why are you setting?
A card.
Mono, you could play through that.
I'll end my turn.
That's really bad.
I draw.
Gotta be like, I guess playing slower might be the better move for him this turn, but
I activate my quick play.
okay, now I don't think he can win this duel.
I know
Hitting a Canadia, that's not the worst one to hit
a monster.
for Obata because he has a way to summon something back. Abogado gonna get summoned out. Only one back row will actually go through against Bubai though, because of that Weisel. So he kind of needs a lot to go through.
Mechlord Emperor.
Gonna battle on this instead of trying to do something else. Okay, gotta let that one go through.
I'm ending my turn.
Here I go. It's my turn.
Okay.
My turn. I draw. I set a card.
Setting a back row and setting monsters. What is Obata thinking? What's his game plan? I can't.
It's my turn.
I guess he's playing really slow, but even then.
I summon a monster.
Okay, set up monster. Or summon a monster, excuse me.
Watch this. I exceed summon a monster.
Going for the Train Wolf and getting hit with the bottomless.
Play my don't think.
Does the Weisel let that through?
Activate my trap card.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you could just, yeah, chain to it.
Here I go.
And chain block Weisel.
Summon a monster.
I activate my monster's
Sure, Obligado gets a pop. Do you have the Triskelion in hand? That's the question. He doesn't.
Let's bat.
Alright, Weisel gonna swing probably into that set monster and not just a Canadia. Weisel will now be swinging here. I don't know what into. Probably the set monster.
Time to dance. My monster attacks.
Actually chooses the Canadia. Interesting. I wonder what made him go that route.
I can take this.
All I know is Obata's not actually in as bad of a spot as I think he was.
Power your circuit.
Here I go.
Weird use of his monsters, but either way,
My turn. I draw. I'll set a card.
he's playing it super passively, and I wonder why.
End my turn.
I draw. Battle. Mechlord Emperor Weissel. Attack. Stainless steel slash.
Okay, the Wise is gonna come out, and there is a Compulse.
Play my face down card.
I play my
He's gonna chain the Lance. Does he have another one?
quick play spell.
Does he have another one? Canadia, anything? No? Interesting. That's actually horrendously bad, though, for Obata. Oh, never mind. Ruddy Rose Witch, too big.
Here I go. It's
Huge.
my turn.
W, though,
My
for
turn.
Obata
I
there.
draw. I won't let power overtake me. I summon a monster.
All right, White Rose.
Effect.
There's gonna be a treacherous set. I'm calling it now. But, you know, I think no matter what, you're not in as bad of a situation as it once was. Hey, and you have a path to making, what's this called? Ruddy Rose. Excuse me. Which is actually really, really good. So, hey, you never know.
I summon Blue Rose Dragon.
But now, I play my set card.
All right, set Book of Moon. Choosing to go for that, and actually tried to make the level 9 Trishula, funny enough.
Activate the continuous spell. Mechlord.
And another Mechlord Assembly will be coming out. That's really, really bad. Comes the Trisk.
I special summon a monster. From my hand, I activate
Activating a Book of Moon on the Weisel.
my monster's effect.
Thinks he's got it, and he does! Bubai playing through Obata's patience. I think, personally, Obata actually played too patient. He could have gone way aggressive a while ago. Obata lost his first game today. And Bubai keeping things alive here for Stellar Trace. Quite an interesting situation to be in. Sure. I will say. And Obata is back with another deck now. Bringing out another BRD. Very common thing for Squirtle Squad here to bring 2 BRD per player type thing.
Mechlord.
Shocked we didn't see it earlier.
This fool spiraling into chaos.
I learn
But hey.
something new every duel. What'll I learn this time? Duel!
It's my turn. I activate the continuous spell, Mechlord Assembly. I summon a monster. I activate activate my monster's effect. Come out. I special summon a
That was a pretty good
monster.
salad.
I know what to do. I special summon a monster.
Anyway.
I activate
Oh,
my monster's effect.
Boo-bye on the Mech Lord once more. Gonna go ahead and Xyz summon, probably into the Gigant as per usual. And Gigant's gonna activate its effect. Go ahead and grab a Weasel, set a back row, and pass turn on that.
Go. It's my turn. My turn. I draw. This is my new ability.
You go ahead and add the Rock Throws to hand here.
I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
Gonna Rock Throws, add the Basil. And then, what are we gonna see here now? White Rose
Monster's effect.
out here.
What shall I do? I special summon a monster.
All right. Is that a TTH set once again, like we saw earlier from who was it, Zuo? No, it was Magnus that did. That's right. Obata taking his time to think. Curious to see what we get here. He's just gonna try to nuke, or what's the game plan? Come on, what do you got? What do you got? Obata. Or maybe it's Boo-bye. All I know is gotta see this. Let's see. Let's see.
I go.
He chose to go Yang Zing here, actually. Okay, interesting choice.
I set a card.
Setting back row. Opting to play it slow once again is Obata,
I'll set a card.
which kind of catches me by surprise. But hey, it's not bad here. I mean,
I'll attack with this.
he's gonna swing, giving him Triskelion bait.
End my turn.
But
It's my turn. I draw.
who knows? Who knows, chat?
From my hand, I activate my quick place.
MST hitting one of 3 back row. Hitting the middle one, and it is a Basil.
Exactly what I expected. I
Hitting the Basil early.
activate down. Now, I special summon a monster. Exactly what I expected. I activate
All right.
my monster's effect.
Rockstar's gonna go ahead and add that Basil Rose we mentioned.
From my hand,
Another MST.
spell.
Boo-bye really going full sack mode here. Hitting a Book of Moon. Let's see, does he have the third one? Is he a funny guy with the third thing?
Let's get crazy. I activate the continuous spell, Maclord Assembly.
All right, Obligado coming to hand.
I know what to do.
Gonna normal the Avocado.
Activate my monsters.
And activates the effect Pop Summon 2.
Come out. I special summon a monster. I special when a mech lord is I activate
Necklord effect gonna trigger. Making room for the Triskelion. Makes the Dreadnought Dreadnoid as well. Interesting decision here. Gonna set and swing. Okay. Dreadnought Dreadnoid attempted to go through. Will Obata let it though? Question. That's the funny question mark. He does. Why? Does he not have anything? Or is it a Basil? Or are you trying to commit? Or is it a bottomless? Bottomless would be. Okay, Avogado doing nothing, passing turn. And now Obata's in quite a lot of trouble, I'm gonna be real. But hey, maybe we'll see Obata force out quantum effects, getting rid of it. Gonna go ahead and use it. Yazi onto the quantum. Chaining the quantum. Probably targeted the other back row. Shuffle in the back row to the deck. Yeah. And that's not bad, though. And he gets the Yang Zing special and all this other cool stuff. And kind of just a good situation to be in if you're Obata now. Because you're not really afraid of Tretch. I'm sure one of those back row is like a Lance or something.
Well, I could be wrong.
All right. Adding the Basil Rose. We could potentially be seeing a Basil Rose just nuke the field right now. That actually wouldn't surprise me in this. Yeah, he is going for it. We know he still has access to a normal, so... Black Rose nuke for the win. And that is it, Obata. Bringing up the lead to 7-5. 5-1. And Bubai loses a deck. Obata really turned the tide for Squirtle Squad when it seemed like they were behind and gonna struggle to catch up. He took it and ran, despite the glitches and the D-stories and all the judge ruling shit that could have potentially gone against him. No, that's not the situation we're in at all. Quick update though while we're waiting, or I guess while we're starting. DLL and Sem is a 9-5 score in DLL's favor. Gios is their last player, and he has Burning Abyss as his deck of choice. Figured I'd let y'all know, because that's kind of an interesting deck to... But hey, by the way, Photon coming out from Bubai. I didn't expect to see this personally, but hey, good for you if you're playing that shit. But, drops the... Why? Why would you drop White Rose for rocks? You must have another one, right? Like... Adding, or activating Basil. White Rose. Yeah, why? Was that his only play? That had to be his, like, only real hand. Right? I don't know. That's kind of a weird one. But hey,
He's just gonna go Zeta set 3 pass, right?
at this point anyway, he can.
What shall I do? I synchro summon
Sam
a
D
monster.
actually was the card of choice.
My monsters
White Rose to Don't Carrot. Not bad, not bad.
I sent a card.
That one. Please have more than one back row. Okay, at least you're...
Set a card.
Okay, you're actually in a pretty good spot.
If you're Obata.
Turn. I draw. From my hand, I activate my spell card.
Now's my chance. I activate.
Oh, Galaxy Cyclone on the Basil. Not bad. Could be way worse
What shall I do?
for Obata.
I special summon a monster. Exactly what I expected. I activate my monster's effect.
You pay for your crimes.
All right.
I activate my spell card, Monster Reborn.
Monster Reborn.
Okay.
Say hello to Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon.
And he's gonna make the Neo
Neo Galaxy Eyes
Neo effect.
effects of all other cards.
Okay, that's kind of cringe.
The radiance of the solar system.
Going into Photon.
The new
Does Obata have literally anything he could do here?
Photon Dragon uses an overlay unit to get rid of a card. Galaxy Sidewinder.
Okay, he's gonna pop the Rocks Rose. Like, bro, Obata, do you not have a card to hit him with? Are you that afraid of Lance? Like, what's going on, bro?
I use one overlay unit to play Cypher Blade Dragon's effect.
Hitting a back row, please actually hit this card, bro. It'd end this guy's turn, this duel.
I knew you'd do that.
Oh my god, you have Lance.
My face down card. I activate.
You really just have double Lance set? You're gonna let this guy run you over like a train
I set a card.
thing?
Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon.
You should bounce it back with like a compulse. That would be really funny. Okay. Maybe you don't have anything good and wasting everyone's time, smiley face. Holy cow.
This is my new effect.
I'm kidding, chat. Don't be mad, don't be whiny. White Rose getting out of the hand, and yeah, okay. As long as that back row isn't real, or you just have another Lance set, because Lance would probably do it too.
Here I go. I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
White Rose effect.
Here I go. I special summon.
Gotta get the Rocks Rose. Right. Adds the Basil. Cypher Dragon. Doesn't have a Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon in graveyard, so I mean, hey. Who knows? Maybe Obata just kind of wins this duel now. Unless Obata decides to play it really slow, but I highly doubt.
From my hand, I activate
Oh,
quick
interesting.
spell.
We have what's his name in
Here I
the Ruddy Rose Witch?
I special summon a monster.
Or is he kind of just misplaying? By the way, brief update, DLL just won the war 10-5 against Sam because Burning Abyss turns out to be a bad deck.
I synchro summon a monster.
Obama. Yes, funny name, comedy.
My monster's effect.
Interesting. Hits him with the lance, where that plus carrot won't OTK anymore. I mean, hey,
Battle.
that'll. Oh, only one back row.
Direct.
Ubai still has a chance. I mean, it is a 1-card combo,
My turn. I draw.
but we're gonna need to see. Galaxy Eyes is a sacky deck. We'll see if there's anything worth mentioning. Or if Obata's just straight up holding back row. And Bubai's out.
I can't.
Again, these decks that were good in May aren't really that good anymore. I wonder why. Smile. 8-5 though. Obata 6-1. Bubai is out. We are down to Dodoro as the last player. And Dodoro has to win once against Obata, twice against Aaron, and twice against Flash Farden. Where's Blue Eyes? Wait, I know, right? We haven't seen a Blue Eyes yet. So sad. I honestly do think Blue Eyes is better than the DDD we've seen today and the fucking Galaxy Eye. You know, Squirtle Squad doing what they do best, having one player just pop off king type shit. Nothing new. Yeah, you're not exactly wrong about that, with Blue Eyes being not good. I think it's not bad. You're underrating that deck heavily. I played a good amount of games. It does have its bricky hands. The problem is it opening hand bricks. The problem is dead drawing later in the game. Losing the grind fest if you keep drawing stuff you just don't want. Which is like, in my case, I would always dead draw into Carta Consonants. I have zero use for it.
My Mech Lord Emperor will squash you like a
Mech Lord once more for the gang. This time it's a 30-card build
Go.
for
It's
him.
not all meant.
Obata gets to go first this time, though. And, oh, this is it. This is
Here I go. I
Mech Lord, one of the final 2 decks, or maybe the last deck. Who knows? Who knows?
My monster's effect.
By the way, Basil Rose coming into hand.
From my hand, I activate a quick play spell.
Basil Rose. Obata having to do the same. And sending a White Rose to add Rocks Rose and waste a Basil. Little unfortunate, but it could be worse, I guess. Obata doing Obata things. Kinda just making the big boy play. I wonder what he's gonna make. Is it gonna be Yazi, Zeta? We'll see here.
How could a human defeat a Mech Lord Emperor?
Uh-oh. Another connection fail. Are we gonna have another judge problem here? See. We might have another judging problem, chat. Wholesome, thank you for the follow, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Those of you on chat who are not followed, actually, please be sure to do so. Sorry about that, chat. We might have another bit of a glitch slash DC error. What is streaking? So streaking is when, you know how you're trying to get 10 wins and eliminate your opponent's 10 decks? Streaking is basically when one player wins a bunch of games in a row. Or just in general. Like right now, Obata won like 5 games in a row, and then took a loss and then won another one. So Obata has been streaking because he's won a bunch of games. Oh, what deck? Yeah, the deck that's been streaking has been BRD. Obata's just been kind of winning with it. Although Obata's also running double BRD right now. That is a disconnect. Oh, no. ST just got a DC loss. Go, Duro. No. Especially with that ruling from earlier. That's actually really unfortunate. What's good, Carrot? Nine to 5. Let's see what Mystic says here. Dodoro has one last deck. There's been so many DC and glitch error and all that stuff in this war. It's not even funny. That's why it's been 3 hours, by the way. Chat. Or nearly 3 hours. Oh, you raise my shit, Flash. Raise my shit. Okay, the score is officially 9 to 5 in Squirtle Squad's favor. Huge fan, thank you, Dish. One last game here. I'm sure 8. I think Stellar Chase is trying to assume something. Or not assume something, challenge this ruling. Because the same thing happened on the other side, but they called it a glitch and not a DC. Either way, Squirtle Squad doing way better against Stellar Chase than I actually expected. I expected to be way closer. But Obata now on a 7-1 streak, technically. And one last deck here for Stellar Chase. Unless they choose to repeat, in which case. Such a high stakes game, having this many judge rulings is just kind of unfortunate. Either way, one final duel. Oh, he's saying he didn't see the screen. Okay, we're having a bit of a judge thing. Dexter in the chat asking what the timer looks like. Bro, trying to shark away. Opposing team doesn't have to know about time. Guys, I'm sorry about the lack of gameplay at this moment, but we still have some time problem with some other ruling things and such. So, but I mean, it's been we've had like at least 20 minutes of this occurring. Oh my gosh, this is a big ruling situation, chat. I'm so sorry about what we're currently witnessing. But basically right now, they're trying to determine Stellar Trace is trying to I guess challenge the ruling, if you will, or at least like get it reviewed more thoroughly. But as far as Osmond or Hazy and Mystic are saying, the DC symbol, I didn't see it on my end, but the DC symbol did come up. Obata caught the DC symbol. But anyway, they're saying since there was a DC symbol that showed up for Dodoro does get the DC loss, unlike a Bada situation where it didn't show up at all. Either way, this should be about the end here of this situation. Oh, there has been a screenshot of the Wi-Fi symbol being shown from Dodoro. Therefore, it is a DC loss for Dodoro. Confirmed, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we have one deck remaining here. Dodoro, whether he wants to repeat and play Mech Lord all the way through, or if he wants to play his other deck. I'm pretty sure that's our final ruling here. Either way, Squirtle squad up 9-5. If they can win this duel, they will be 5-3 plus 4, which is massive. That puts them in a really good spot to where if they beat Infinity the next week, they clinch playoffs, I'm pretty sure. Or something along those lines. Not clinch, but at least get very close to it. But it's been an interesting ride for sure. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we just got our final ruling. Whew. Bless me, chat. Raise my shit. Okay, so I think Stellar Trace is like really upset right now about this stuff, but just some more ruling things and all these other questions. They're using their other repeat. Dodoro gonna use this repeat, choosing to use Mech Lord for the rest of the war, or if assuming there is still a war to be had. It's one game, at least. Let's spectate it. Let's see if Dodoro can make a huge comeback. What's good? Not much, bro. Casting the last of this war. There's been a lot of cooling situations in DC and all this other stuff. But right now it's 9-5 in Squirtle Squad's favor. Nice war, Senpai. You just cursed your team so badly. You just cursed your team so badly. Also, you should graze Obata's shit, Senpai. Saved your ass.
Watch this. I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
Obata, or sorry, Obligado, gonna use the effect.
Summon a monster. Watch this. I special summon a monster.
And gonna get the skill.
From my hand, I activate my spell card.
Book of Mechlord getting the draw too. Pretty good here for Dodoro. There's one good thing here for Stellar Trace right now. It's that Dodoro has a lot of card advantage right now for sure. We'll see if he can get some really nice back row set up. I don't exactly know about his list, but now that I know there's Lance in the fray,
Then at least there's some way to potentially dodge said back row if you're Obata here. But we'll figure it out on our own, I guess.
I know what to do. I exceed summon a monster.
Anyway, Gear Gigant X
Activate my monster's
pulling in. Gonna add Weasel to hand.
I set a card.
All right, setting a back row. At least one, maybe two. And that it? That is it. One back row Obata has to break through, as well as
It's my turn. My turn.
what's it called?
I draw. I won't let power overtake me. Now, I summon a monster.
all right. That almost summons Rocks Rose and gonna add the Ruddy Rose Witch. Must have the White Rose in hand. He's gonna do that. And Basil too, because then he could kind of just go for lethal. Oh, maybe not.
Quick play spell.
Maybe not. Wouldn't count it out, but
I summon Blue Rose Dragon.
big question mark here.
although maybe he has White Rose,
He's gonna go for Trish. In which case he does have lethal. Assuming that back row is like a lance or something stupid.
You foolish.
Or a book.
I play my set card.
Hey, maybe he has it all and just kind of goes burr.
From my hand,
Yep. Good night.
activate a quick play spell.
That should be game. If he has White Rose in hand. And he does. Oh my goodness. Obata going in with the full sack. And look at what is happening here. About a link, or sorry, Synchro Summon 11. And Obata going in for the attempted kill.
Gonna go ahead and make Trishula 0. Trishula gonna use its effect on the summon. Banish the Gear Gigant X and the Mechlo Assembly, while White Rose can send the character to the graveyard, which can summon itself back by discarding the Ruddy Rose Witch. And with that being said, everything that Dodoro has to potentially combat this should be gone now. Carrot Weight's gonna activate effect, discard of the Ruddy. There's no hand trap, and that is the end of the war. Obata with an 8-1 streak will end Stellar Trace and Squirtle Squad 5-3 plus 4. Wow. That was insane way to finish this war. Despite all the ruling stuff, despite all the DC problems from both sides, Squirtle Squad comes out on top, and Obata is today's hero for them. After a really, really rough start with Senpai and Dexter doing pretty badly, Obata comes in and cleans up. And what an amazing war. I had such a blast casting this. Thank y'all for having me once again. And with that being said, I think I'm going to call it here. Congratulations to Squirtle Squad for a great win. Going up to 5-3 plus 4. And Obata being one of the best players this week for sure. What an incredible war. I think I'm going to call it a day here. Make sure to follow me for War Team Wars content and other potential streams in the near future. My name is ZDH Gaming. Thank y'all for coming out. Peace.